What's up, moneymakers? This is Adina for the Get Your Mind Right podcast right here on YouTube within my Adina Talks Money YouTube channel. Today, we're talking about a bit of a sensitive topic, but a very, very important one. And it's about rebuilding yourself after heartbreak, the art of turning pain into digital power. So you might have gone through a breakup and you might be feeling a bit drab and a bit down and all of that. But we don't stay down for too long out here or on this channel. We get up and we move. Okay? So the title of this is Rebuild Your Empire After Heartbreak, the Art of Turning Pain into Digital Power. You know, there's a strange kind of clarity that comes after heartbreak. The noise fades, the mask drops, and you're left staring at the raw truth of who you are and what you actually want. It's disorienting, but it's also fertile ground, because every time your life collapses, you get a rare opportunity to rebuild it on your own terms. That's the energy we're working with here. This isn't about revenge or pretending that everything is fine and dandy. It's about taking the chaos and composting it into creativity. And digital products, they are the perfect soil. Why I'm really passionate about digital products is that they are actually easy to create, pretty much free to start. If you're going down the free route, you can still make money. Not that expensive to scale at all. You can build $1 million company or $1 million income stream with digital products. People don't see the potential and growth of digital products, and I don't think it's ever going to really go away. Even with AI and every other thing, and so many people using ChatGPT to build digital products, it's still going to continue and only get better, I believe. Because it's not everybody that just wants to sit down searching ChatGPT for different answers. Some people just want things packaged in a simple e-guide so that they can just get on with it, implement it. So the first thing is, we are going to alchemize emotion into creative energy. Okay? So like I said, we're going to alchemize emotion into creative energy. You know, heartbreak shakes loose emotions that have been buried for years. Rage, grief, longing, the ache of unspoken dreams. Instead of numbing it, you channel it. Instead of numbing the pain, you channel it. It's not about numbing the pain. This isn't about numbing the pain. It's about channeling it in a healthy way. You know, if there was something in your relationship that you managed to eventually fix, but eventually it broke down, but there was something that you had a problem with in your relationship and you managed to fix that particular problem, but then obviously there were loads of other problems that just ended the relationship, but there was something that you managed to fix, and there were steps that you took to fix that thing. That could even be the very essence of your digital product. You know, creating a digital product is all about solving a problem, finding a problem, solving it, packaging it into an easy to digest course or information guide. Think about back in the day with the Reader's Digests and all these kind of books, and think about how every single one of them had some solution to a problem or problems. And that's the reason why our parents were so obsessed with it, because they was always looking to solve some kind of problem, put out some kind of fire. So it's about channeling your emotion. You start writing, recording, creating. You use the pain as creative data, proof of how deeply you can feel and how much you have to say. Every post, ebook or video becomes both a release and a resource. You heal publicly and profit organically. So your vulnerability becomes your authority. The next step is to create something that mirrors your healing. Maybe you journal your way through recovery. Maybe you design templates that bring order to your new routine. Maybe you create a course on rediscovering self-worth after loss. Whatever helps you find yourself again, that's your blueprint. You know, you don't need to invent a business. You just need to document your healing and package it in a way that helps someone else. That's the beauty of digital products. They don't just make money, they multiply meaning. You know, it doesn't have to be about your relationship or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But you might find a gem, some kind of rare gem that you manage to take from the relationship, and it's something that's really helped you. You know, you could even think about something that happened in the relationship that caused a specific type of feeling, or even a physical issue that happened as a result of being in that relationship, and how you managed to overcome that thing. You know, you might have found a natural remedy that really, really helped your hair, because your hair might have started thinning because of stress. And that natural remedy has been proven, but you created your own routine that was really powerful and helped your hair. So you could even create a whole entire e-guide, or even a video course. You know, a video course is actually quite easy to create. As much as people think, well, no one's going to buy it because YouTube is there. The thing about YouTube is that sometimes you can't find the very specific problem on YouTube, and you have to keep going through many, many videos before you find the right one. Whereas if you know you've been watching this person's content and they've shown you something, they've shown you a snippet of what they can offer, and you think, this is the perfect person I want to learn this thing from, but they don't have a full length detailed video about it, and then they sell one, or they sell a course that's like got 3 videos in there, you're more likely to buy it than scrolling through millions of different videos, and you're just not getting what you need out of the video. Anyway, step 3, make consistency your new coping mechanism. So when your heart is broken, your mind craves structure. Routine becomes refuge. So use that. Start a content challenge. Post every day for 30, 60 or 90 days. Talk about your journey. Share what you're learning about healing, business and alignment. I want to mention this. I have a 90-day accelerator program, and the 90-day accelerator program is designed to push you beyond your limits, to post every single day for 90 days. Okay, it's about aligning with your mission statement, which is something that you want to really create, a mission statement. It's not about a goal. It's about a decision that you've made, that you're going to make $20,000 a month, or whatever it is that you've decided. And you want to create content every single day throughout the 90 days. And the 90-day accelerator program, what it does is, like I said, it pushes you out of your comfort zone. And secondly, it helps you to train your mind to use whatever you're going through as fuel. You know, 90 days is a really good amount of time, because it gives you so much to focus on that everything else becomes peripheral. It's all your pain is like in your peripheral vision. Like you don't really think about it that much, because you're so on the ball. You're on the mission to I need to get this work done. When I was doing my 500 post challenge, I'm going to be honest with you, I was going through something emotionally. But every single day, I was like, right, you know what? I need to get up. Even though I've got a business and I have to get up for that anyway, there was times when I could just sort of say, well, I can't do that meeting. Do you know what I mean? But with my 500 post challenge, I had made a strong and strict promise to myself, and I wasn't about to fail it. And I managed to achieve it. And to be quite honest with you, when I think about it, I haven't celebrated myself enough for posting 500 posts in 30 days. And now I'm doing 1,000 posts in 30 days. I haven't celebrated myself enough. I haven't given myself enough credit for posting 500 pieces of content in 30 days. But I tell you what, it helped me drastically. You know, I think it was Albert Einstein that said this about, you should never tie your happiness to a person, to things. You should tie your happiness to a goal. I mean, I don't use the word goal anymore. I use the word decision. So tie your happiness to a decision that you've made, that you're going to decide to be this person, and that there's nothing that can change it, because you have made that conscious decision that this is the person you're going to be. And the only thing that's going to change is for you to change for the better. Like, the only thing that is going to be different is if you change for the better. You're not going to change for the worst. Well, you shouldn't, because you've decided that you're going to be this person. Okay? And doing a challenge, it helps you with that. It really does. It gives you focus. This is the thing where someone says, "Oh well, I'm going to do this," but there's no routine. There's no like real straight and clear path to it. It's just, I'm just going to do it. You know, the more you show up, the more momentum you build, and before you know it, you've turned heartbreak into a personal brand and a steady income stream. If you need structure, join something like the Content Tsunami Challenge or the 90-Day Accelerator. It's not just about business, it's about reclaiming your rhythm. I have another program called the Content Tsunami Challenge, and that's a 30-day one. 30-day version of the 90-Day Accelerator. Build your digital sanctuary. So I'm going to leave the link in the description for my 30-day accelerator, the Tsunami Content Challenge, the 90-Day Accelerator, and I'm also going to leave the link for my newest challenge, which is the Delusional Creator. You don't need a fancy setup. A single product, a course, ebook, or mini program can shift your trajectory. Platforms like PayHip, Gumroad, and Standstore make it easy to start. I'm going to tell you something. Standstore, in my opinion, has the better features. It has better features than, I would say Standstore is like the Shopify of the digital product world, in my opinion. The problem with Standstore, though, is that it doesn't really have a active marketplace. And if you're a newbie, it's not free. You have to pay. I believe it has a 14-day free trial, but after that, you have to pay on a monthly basis. So that can be quite scary for a newbie. Whereas with PayHip and Gumroad, it's completely free to start, but you do have to pay fees. And those do add up over time. But the thing about PayHip and Gumroad is that they have a marketplace. Gumroad's marketplace is better than PayHip's. Gumroad's marketplace is more established. It's been there for a longer period of time. PayHip's marketplace is quite new. And so a lot of the features that Gumroad has, PayHip has recently introduced. But one thing that PayHip does have, which is an absolutely brilliant feature that people hardly use, is the PayHip blogging feature. You can actually blog and create full-length articles on PayHip that are going to help to boost your search engine optimization for your own page and help to drive traffic to your own digital products to build an ecosystem of content that can help you to make sales in your sleep. You know, your store becomes a reflection of your healing, a living archive of everything you've learned, survived, and turned into something valuable. You'll look back one day and realize that your empire was born from the same pain that once tried to destroy you. I want you to evolve into the version of yourself that heartbreak introduced you to. The person you were before the breakup. She was strong, yes, but she hadn't yet met her power. Now you have. You've met the woman, or man, if you're a man listening to this, who creates instead of collapses, who monetizes her wisdom instead of wallowing in her wounds, who understands that wealth isn't just money, it's peace, purpose, and personal authority. Talking of this, I don't know, I cannot remember the video that I watched with Rev Ike, but he talks about how when he talks about money, he's not talking about just finances. He's talking about everything in your life. Your relationships, your health, physical health, your emotional health, your mental health, whether you have peace of mind or not, whether you feel happy within yourself. So it's similar to what we just said here with, you know, wealth isn't just money, it's peace, it's purpose, and it's personal authority. That's who you become when you decide to rebuild your empire instead of your old life. This is the bottom line. You can stay in survival mode, or you can turn your story into strategy. You can let the breakup define your ending, or you can use it as the spark that funds your new beginning. Your heartbreak is the raw material, and your creativity is the alchemy. And your digital products, they're the proof that you can turn anything, even pain, into profit. So this is where your next chapter begins. If this message hits somewhere deep, if you feel that fire in your chest that says, I'm ready to turn this into something, then this is your moment. Join me inside How to Get Rich After a Breakup, a 90-day experience designed to help you channel heartbreak, grief, or loss into creativity, content, and digital profit. I'm going to leave the link in the description for the How to Get Rich After a Breakup 90-day experience. And I'll also leave the 90-day accelerator and the Tsunami Content Challenge as well as the Delusional Creator Challenge as well. So those are the ones that you might want to sign up for. Thank you for listening. I really do appreciate it, and take care. Bye.